Hey there everyone, today I will be showing you my absolute favorite method to farm for silk cloth. This farm is located at the Scarlet Monastery, which is found in the upper right hand corner of Tirisfal Glades, as you can see on the map. Now, you may be wondering, why silk cloth? Well, because why not? But, in all seriousness, it's usually priced rather well on the auction house, and it's super easy to farm. So, if you have some spare time, it's a nice potential source of some gold. Now, there are two portals in the monastery. You are going to want to go into the one on the left for this farm. Once in the dungeon, the technique, or at least the general strategy, is super easy. Kill everything and loot. After running this a few times, I found a way that I liked to pull the enemies, and I sort of just stuck to it. What I do, as you can see, is go from bone pile to bone pile and use an AoE ability to kill the enemies, and then simply loot them. I recommend having empty bags when you start this, or any farm for that matter, as it's just really convenient. Plus, having all that bag space would allow you to turn on auto loot, which will significantly decrease the time it takes to run the farm. You have to kill the first two bosses in order for the farm to really work. The last boss is optional and it's completely up to you whether or not you choose to do it. I personally don't, but that's just me. You'll notice I don't kill the spirits. This is simply because they never drop silk cloth. They do drop other stuff sometimes, but since this is a farm for silk cloth, I chose just to ignore them entirely. Once you get to this area, you will want to take the path that I am on, or one like it. Feel free to experiment and find the path that works best for you, but for me, this is just what I like to do. Make sure that everyone is getting pulled. It's not such a big deal since to get out of a dungeon you will be coming back through here, but it's still nice to just get them out of the way the first time. I do pull the boss with the ads because there really isn't a reason not to do it unless you are a lower level and he can actually harm you. But if that's the case, you really shouldn't be pulling this area how I am anyways, as it's very likely that the ads would kill you way before he did. Now, I'm not saying don't run this dungeon to farm the silk cloth if you can get hurt by the ads. Just be more careful and pull in smaller groups. It may even be more fun to run it that way if there's a chance that you could die. I guess that just depends on whether or not you like the challenge. Though I will say the higher level you are, the more efficient this farm will be, just due to the fact that you can likely run it a lot faster. Now, if you like the challenge, running it at a lower level is kind of a trade-off between the amount of gold or silk you're going to be getting per hour, but at least it would be more fun to do. Anyways, in this room, you want to pull all of the ads as I am doing, but avoid pulling the boss, who is in like the back center of the room, right next to the altar. If you stay moving along the bottom of the stairs, you should be fine. He shouldn't get pulled. Due to the amount of spellcasters, I am going to go into a room and stand right by the doorway. This will make them come into range so they can easily be dealt with. I did this outside as well by a pillar when I had to deal with that huge group of ads. Now, sadly, this run is the worst run that I have done in terms of how much silk that I actually got from doing it. but I decided to use it anyways to show you that you won't always get a ton of cloth. It will fluctuate. However, 49 cloth in just over 4 minutes is not bad by any means. Now, to get a better idea of this farm, I'm going to show you a few images of data that I took. This will show you some statistics of 10 runs of doing this farm. The first thing to notice is the number of cloth. It's hardly ever the same amount, although it does happen sometimes. But out of the 10 runs, the least amount of cloth I ever got was 50. But take a look at the most amount that I got. 92. That only took 4 minutes and 51 seconds to do, and that's going into the dungeon, doing the dungeon, going all the way out, and resetting. The next thing you can see is that in general, the more runs I did, the faster I was doing them. Of course, there's a limit on this, as a dungeon has to take at least so long to do, but the more you run this farm, the faster you will be able to do it. Now, to show you some averages. On average, I obtained 65.9 silk cloth. Let's go ahead and round that up to 66. The average time that it took to run the entire farm was 5 minutes and 24 seconds. By using the averages, I found that the average amount of cloth you are getting in 1 hour is about 735. The last stat on there to notice uses the average historical price for silk cloth in the US, and it calculates that the average amount of gold that you'll be getting per hour is about 1,122 gold. Now, this is an average. It could be more, it could be less. And with that, I believe that'll be all for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, please like, comment, and or subscribe to my channel for more videos like this. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video. Bye.